Hey guys, it's Logan, and welcome to this video. Obviously, you can tell by the title, Carson Wentz of the Philadelphia Eagles has been traded on Thursday, I think Thursday or Friday. The Colts and Eagles announced that they would be trading Carson Wentz for a number of draft picks. In this video, I will talk about what each team received and lost, and what that means for each team, ups and downs for it, who I think won this trade, who I think lost it, that sort of stuff. So, first off, obviously, the Eagles sent Carson Wentz, who's the 2016 number 2 overall pick. I think Mitch Trubisky was number 1, which sucks for the Bears. But, oh, my shoulder. I'm too young to have shoulder pain. So the Eagles sent Carson Wentz and nothing else to the Eagles sent Carson Wentz and nothing else to the Colts for a third rounder this year and a second rounder with the potential to be a first rounder in the next draft, or not this draft, but the next draft. So what that means is if Carson Wentz plays 75% of snaps for the Colts, or 70%, and the Colts make the playoffs, then it will turn into a first-round draft pick. So what that means for the Colts, obviously you didn't give up a whole lot to get what potentially could be your future, franchise quarterback, which I know sounds crazy because Carson Wentz has had a couple of not terrible seasons. This last one was particularly very bad. But I think with enough coaching, you have Frank Reich down there, who's been a pretty good quarterback whisperer. I think if he can get enough coaching, if he can develop and do well, or obviously if he can do well, he can be a better quarterback, or one of, let's say, the top 15 quarterbacks. Sure. So, if you're the Colts, yeah, you didn't give up a whole lot to get him. And if he sucks, then you can just ship him off or cut him and you don't really have to deal with that. So for the Eagles, I think they still have to pay half of his contract, which he has a massive contract, I think, which isn't great, but it's not the best situation for the Eagles. Yeah, you got rid of Carson Wentz, who hasn't been great for you, but now you don't really have a surefire starter, because I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer. Yeah, he had a couple decent games, but he wasn't great, and so I think you can either get a quarterback in this draft, if Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, or even if you like Trey Lance a lot. If they get down to number 6, then maybe you take a shot at one of them, but you still have Jalen Hurts. What are you going to do with him? You could use him as trade stock, or just keep him as a backup, or you can try and bring in a veteran quarterback. There have been some rumors that Ben Roethlisberger could be cut by the Steelers. Obviously, he would stay in Pennsylvania. So not the best situation for the Eagles in my eyes. So I think it's a lot better for the Colts like you have like Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate before he got injured in the year that like Nick Foles took over and won the Super Bowl. So you have a lot more upside and a lot less risk by doing this in my eyes. Like you can get a pretty good quarterback, and it's not a horrible trade for the Colts. Not It's also not a horrible trade for the Eagles. Not the best either. So in terms of who won and lost this trade, I think the Colts won this. Again, low risk, high reward. To me, at least. And for the Eagles, you have an iffy quarterback room. They just released Deshaun Jackson. I think Marquise Goodwin is still on the team. I think he opted out this year. But there's also the route of in the draft if you want to get like a good wide receiver, because they should be at that spot. Like let's say, obviously, Jaguars take Trevor Lawrence. Jets could go quarterback or wide receiver. So let's say it's receiver. Let's say that's Devontae Smith. Or now let's say that, yeah, let's go Devontae Smith. Number 3, Dolphins, let's say they take a receiver. Number 4 is the Falcons. I think they take a quarterback. So 5 is Bengals. They need offensive line. So you still have like Jalen Waddle, who I think is a very good option. So I think a wide receiver should be down there. So they also really need to shore up their defense. They don't have great corners. They have a lot of okay-ish, like it'll do players, which ain't great. You need a couple superstars or difference makers, which I don't think they have. So not best situation for Eagles, not the worst. Like they're not the Texans, who I just did a video on. I think they are possibly one of the biggest dumpster fires in the league. The Texans, not the Eagles. So, yeah, I'm kind of going off on a rant, but just a lot of different factors. Just to reiterate, Colts win, Eagles lose, more upside for the Colts, more risk for the Eagles. Like I said, more iffy quarterback room for the Eagles. Now you have more positions to address. I mean, you already had more positions to address. I don't think Carson Wentz was the answer in Philly. Anyway, so that is all I have for you guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. My earbud got hooked on my arm. And tell me if you want any more like specific free agent things or off-season things, like free agency stuff, or if you want anything like coaching carousel, or I'll probably do more like trade stuff. I mean, like Von Miller, who might be cut by the Broncos, or they might not pick up his option. So, like, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, there's been a couple big releases from around the NFL. So, anything specific like that. And I think I said this, but please like and subscribe. Really helps me out. And as always, thank y'all so very much